So over the weekend, President Trump called out Maryland State Governor Hogan, and rightfully so, for being a RINO. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up? This is Kim Klacik for Rebel News. I'm in Baltimore, Maryland. And in Maryland, if you didn't know it, we actually have a governor that is a Republican in name only. Yes, a RINO. And I'm so thrilled that President Trump called him out this weekend over his disastrous deal that he made with Korean leaders. So Governor Hogan said over the summer that President Trump was doing a terrible job at the COVID response. So he said we weren't getting enough tests here in America and that he had to do his due diligence and go over to South Korean leaders and ask them for more tests, with his Korean wife, Yumi, at the head of this major deal. The problem with that is it was a total lie. At that point in time, we did have enough COVID tests here in America, but I've digressed. So Governor Hogan got himself and his wife on the phone. They talked to leaders in Korea and they said they needed 500,000 COVID tests immediately here in the state of Maryland. Wouldn't you know, those COVID tests cost us $9.46 million taxpayer dollars. Those COVID tests arrived with all the fanfare you could imagine. There was press, there was lots of pictures. He was on the tarmac with his wife Yumi, receiving all these COVID tests that he was so proud of. So they come in. Lo and behold, they sat in a warehouse the entire time. Now, you're probably wondering why, right? 500,000 COVID tests? Why would they be sitting in a warehouse? Well, it is because they were all flawed. Yes, Governor Hogan, instead of admitting that he bought a bunch of flawed tests for $9.46 million taxpayer dollars, he just kept it hush-hush. And what did he do after that? He went back to that same Korean dealer with his wife and asked for more COVID tests because those were flawed. Now, do you think they just replaced those tests because they were flawed and it's the right thing to do? Absolutely not. He paid $2.5 million more taxpayer dollars for the next batch of tests. Now, you can believe that those tests came in with no fanfare at all. There were no cameras, there was no press. Governor Hogan even went out of his way and told people at the airport to not take any pictures because he wanted to keep it on the down low. That's right. He secretly wanted to bring in that second batch that he spent more money on because he didn't want to look like he failed the first time around. Again, Republican in name only, right? So, as that deal went through, nobody knew about it, but the Washington Post, the Washington Times, and many others decided to write about it and talked about it. The Democrats, the Maryland's DNC, did a whole newsletter about it. And you know what? For once in my life, I actually agree with them. That was a terrible deal. And it was a terrible deal for us taxpayers here in America, especially in the state of Maryland. But wouldn't you know it, Governor Hogan's Korean wife received an award in Korea for a job well done on that disastrous deal. That's right. She went to Korea to accept an award for spending our tax dollars on absolutely nothing. Imagine that. I'm Kim Klacik for Rebel News. Thank you for watching. If you like what you see, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And if you want notifications for when new videos pop up, definitely ring that bell.